Hi guys, it's Sarah. I've had a lot of questions again lately about couponing and how and where to start, and just people confused and not knowing exactly what to do. So I've done my best to compile a piece of paper here to go step by step how you can get started couponing and what you need to do. So let me dive right into it, and I will do my best because I want to help you save lots and lots of money. So this is mainly focused on just grocery store or like big box store like Walmart, Target shopping, not necessarily the drugstore coupon game, which if you're wanting to do that, I have videos back a few months ago about the drugstore game. It's like Drugstore Game for beginners or something. I also have another couponing for beginners, a couple other couponing for beginners videos if you want to look back at those. But anyway, this is mainly just focused on grocery shopping. So, things you'll need. Please take this down if you're really wanting to learn. Okay, the first thing you'll need is a subscription to the Sunday newspaper. You can subscribe to only the Sunday edition, and make sure that your newspaper that you're subscribing to gets the inserts that are in the newspaper. These will include different inserts, different weeks. And if you follow a coupon blog that I'll talk about later, they will tell you what inserts you should expect in your next Sunday's paper. These inserts are usually a red plum, a smart source, once a month maybe like a P&G or a Procter & Gamble insert. Sometimes you'll have 2 red plums. Sometimes you'll have any combination of the above, okay? But that's what you want. That's where the majority of your coupons are going to come from, is the Sunday paper. So you'll need a subscription. Or you can go without a subscription and just go out and buy papers every week if you don't want to do that. I would suggest getting 1 paper for every member of your family. So if it's you, your husband, and your 2 kids, get 4 papers. You can start out that way. Second thing you'll need is a computer. Third thing, the internet, which if you're watching this video, I would think that you have the internet. A printer is also going to be necessary to maximize your savings. Number 5, space for a stockpile. This doesn't have to be crazy stockpiles taking up your whole entire garage. You don't have to be extreme. You can start out slow. You can only stockpile a month's worth of stuff if that's what you want to do. You can start out small and see where it goes. Don't be overwhelmed. To have a small space, I have 1 shelf in my garage for my dry goods right now. Granted, yes, I'm growing out of it. I've been doing this for a few months now, but you can start out with 1 shelf, like in your garage. Or for your health and beauty items, which is more of a drugstore thing, you're going to need probably a linen closet or a hall closet or something like that for your health and beauty items. You're also going to need, if you're going to want to stockpile frozen and refrigerated items, you may want another refrigerator maybe out in your garage, or maybe one of those small deep freezers. But again, those things can come later on. I would suggest getting some plastic bins, like these. This is just my makeup, some of my makeup that I've gotten for free or nearly free over the last 4 months. And this is a pretty small bin. All the rest of my health and beauty items are in much bigger bins that I got at Dollar General for like maybe $2 or something like that. It's much easier to just throw those things into a bin rather than trying to stack them all nice and neat on shelves, which I would love to do, but it's just not feasible or rational at this point. Another thing that you're going to need if you're going to want to be a really good couponer, these are all my suggestions, would be to get a binder, which I did a couple videos on my binder, but one specifically back a few months ago when I did the rest of my videos. You're going to need the 9-pocket baseball card sheet holders. You can start out with maybe just 1 small package of those in maybe a small binder. I would suggest one that zips up and that has a handle on it. But if you just want to start out just to see if this is something that you're even interested in doing, just grab a little 1 or 2 inch binder and some baseball card holders. Another thing that you're going to need is some sort of filing system. This filing system is going to be used for your Sunday coupon inserts. This would be like a file folder, like one of those kind of accordion folders, or like a file cabinet, or they have like file boxes that you can hang file folders into. If you're going to be kind of hardcore like I am, but I'm not even extreme, then you're going to need probably about 60 folders, because you're going to want one folder for each insert, and some weeks you may have 4 inserts. And you're going to want to keep an arsenal of coupons all the way back as far as they haven't expired yet. So I still have some coupons from the beginning of January when I started doing this that have not yet expired, that are still in my file folder. So if you count all those weeks that we've experienced since then, at least 16 weeks times 3, you know, you're going to get a pretty big number. So I would suggest 30, 40, 50, 60 folders. But again, since you're just starting out, if you don't want to bite off more than you can chew, you don't know if this is something that you're going to follow through on, just get a small accordion folder, cheap one for now, or something like that. Another thing you're going to need is scissors, obviously, to cut out your coupons. I would suggest getting a paper trimmer, which is kind of one of those things that is used for scrapbooking. I did a video on how to cut internet printable coupons. That's what you'll be using that for mainly. I would suggest the one that has the slide blade rather than the kind of up and down blade that isn't as accurate, and it's more dangerous if you have kids around. Another thing that you're going to need is what's called a by price list or a price book, and I will link a couple of those below. They are not complete in my mind. I have taken price books from many different sources. I have accumulated them and tried to add my own information into my by price book, but I have not yet finished it. I know that I've been telling you guys, and I want to share it with you very badly, but I just haven't had the opportunity to finish it. As soon as I do, I will let you guys know. But anyway, what that's going to do is that you may be very overwhelmed at the thought of, how am I going to know if something is a good price? Well, aside from using the blogs that are going to be your #1 thing for getting the best prices, the by price list, the price book, is going to help you know when something is at a rock bottom price so that you should either buy it or stockpile it. Some other things that you're going to need to be a couponer are going to be, let me see here, sorry, I lost my place. You're going to need time. Yes, this takes time. It is not just as easy as just making a list and just going to the store like you're used to doing. You're going to have to devote some time, and you're going to be paid well for your work. Yesterday I went on a shop. I had planned on going to 4 stores, but I actually only made it to 3. And I spent probably a half an hour one day, a couple days ago, maybe on Saturday night, and then an hour yesterday, which was Monday. So at least an hour and a half to go just to drugstore shopping, and to get a couple things at Publix and a couple things at Target. So at least an hour and a half there. Now, if I was going like big grocery shopping, it might take me 2 hours. You know, it depends, and I don't want to scare you off on that, but I want you to know that you're going to need time to prepare for your shop, okay? The second thing is that you're going to need is time to shop. I was gone for about 3 hours yesterday, and I only made it to CVS, Walgreens, and Publix, and like I said, I didn't get very many things. I got quite a few at Walgreens, and I did 5 transactions. So that on its own takes a long time. Of course, I enjoy shopping now, so it's a real rush to get $150 worth of stuff for like 25 bucks. I mean, it pays off and it's fun for me now. But the other things that you're going to need, of course, are patience, not only with the process of preparation and the actual shopping, but you're going to need patience at the checkout a lot of time. Because it's going to take a long time, you may have issues, and that falls into the next thing, is that you're going to need confidence. You cannot go up to the cashier sheepishly and like kind of act like you're doing something wrong and just sit all nervous and whatever. You have to be confident that this is something ethical that you're doing. There's nothing wrong with anything that you're doing. You should not be ashamed. You should actually be proud of yourself that you are as savvy and intelligent to go to the store and to prepare this much to save your family that kind of money. So if you go up there with confidence and you are very courteous and friendly to them, they will be the same to you. So those are definitely some things I would recommend if you're going to be a couponer.